Very good morning to you. Welcome to Bollywood Diaries. In this program, I'll discuss about the past, present, and future of Hindi film industry, uh, popularly known as Bollywood. First, I'll tell you how this Bollywood word came in. As you know, Hindi film industry is an old industry. It began in the early 20th century, and in the first silent film was Raja Harishchandra, and then till 1931 they used to make only silent films in black and white. Then came Alamara in 1931, and that was the first talkie. Talkie bole to film which has uh, the music and the dialects as well. So till entire uh, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, in fact, till late 90s, it was known as Hindi film industry or the Bombay film industry. So it was only in the new millennium when this word got stuck to Hindi film industry, Bollywood. And why it happened so? Because there's so many actors from Hindi film industry who started getting roles in Hollywood films. So, in fact, they were very wide and few, but nonetheless, they started getting roles, and then in 1984, that film Gandhi was made by David Attenborough, in which the role of the prize role of Mahatma Gandhi was enacted by Ben Kingsley, the famous British actor. And then we had so many collaborations between the European films and the American, which are better known as Hollywood films. So gradually this word started being attached to Hindi film industry, and in the next 15 years the Hindi film industry got a new avatar, got a new name, and rechristened by the name of Bollywood. So I'll tell you some tidbits, something from the archives, how the industry used to run, and how the dynamics of the Hindi film industry, who were the leading producers and directors and music composers, and which were the production houses, and which of those production houses still survive, and which of the production houses perished on the way. But one thing which comes very, very apparent from the Hindi film industry or Bollywood is that Bollywood has always been victim of nepotism and favoritism. So the industry was always monopolized by certain people, and it's not a new phenomenon. It has always been like that. Even in 50s and 60s, it was Rajshree Productions, basically based in Prabhati studio in Pune. They used to rule the roost, and then came the biggest showman, Raj Kapoor. So it was considered that when Raj Kapoor will make films under RK banner, he will either take Nargis, Vijantimala, Nadira, like that. So they will get roles in his films, and if it comes to lyrics, it will be again Shailendra, and the music will be composed by Shankar Jackison. And like that, there was not much choreography in 60s and 70s. They were not experts choreographer in the Hindi film industry, which latter became the field of expertise. So basically, There were chosen people who were all decided before launching of the film. And the same trend continues in the present times. You have big production houses like, yes, Johar Productions, Vaisar, and then you have Karan Johar, Dharma Productions, and then now you have this big business houses like Reliance and PPR. They are also into the film production, so they work in no way better than a mafia. They have all the chosen people, and they like to work among themselves. Now, this system may be suitable for them because it keeps them in comfort zone. But when we talk about the quality, when we talk about the good films, it really hampers the growth of good films because talent often comes from the outside. I'll tell you, the biggest Bollywood stars were not the insiders. If you talk about in the 90s, it was Shah Rukh Khan, who was an outsider, and he had no godfather. So he started on his own and became a huge star. But at the same time, he had to fight for the roles with actors like Salman Khan, Aamir Khan, and there were others who were on an advantageous position because they had their fathers and uncles who were big producers or the distributors. And then Akshay Kumar was also an outsider. And in recent times, in 70s, there was Rajshree Om Puri, and there were lots of them. In fact, Shabana Azmi, Smita Patil, they were all outsiders and who came and established their name on the strength of their fine acting and histrionics and the fine portrayal of the character they were playing in the films. Even in the last 20 years or so, there were outsiders like Irfan Khan and one name which comes to my mind and which was in news for a very tragic incident, that name is Sushant Singh Rajput, and he was a rank outsider, and he in fact he was just a meritorious student trying to find his footing in the field of engineering and aeronautics, and his zeal for leaving different roles brought him to the world of celluloid, and he started his career with the television industry and switched to the silver screen with a fine film like Kai Poche. But he was never accepted, and maybe that was one of the reasons why he ended his life in such a tragic way, because after being in the industry for almost 7 years, he was all set to go in big leagues. But all these people who control the industry with their tight grip by promoting the people of their own ilk, their sons, their cousins, their nephews, their relatives were a big impediment, and the coming of any newcomer without any godfather is like a big challenge for them. In fact, it's the thing that their fiefdom is being challenged by the newcomers, and they will lose their value. That insecurity drives them to create a world within the world of film to promote people from their own stable, and that you see the one thing which becomes the victim of this nepotism is equality. That is why in every year in Hindi film industry you have more than 300 films being made, but there are only few films worth mentioning, and it happens because most of the films are made considering parameters which has nothing to do with the talent, quality and the finesse. And on contrary, in Hollywood you have fewer films made, but they are more memorable because you'll be surprised to know that in Hollywood, which is dominated by huge stars, for any new film, even the greatest actors and the most established stars go through that trial. They are asked to go through the tasting of whether they are suitable for that role or not. It doesn't happen like when they launch the film, they think about a certain actor like Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt or Meryl Streep or anybody. Even the most celebrated name in the Hollywood has to go through the audition, and unless they found suitable in that audition, they don't catch that role. But that is not the case in the Bollywood. In fact, before deciding the film, they decide the cast, and once they decide the cast, they look for the story, and all the other faculties like who is going to compose the music, who is going to give the lyrics, and who will be the distributors, all are pre-decided. So that's it for today, guys. Bollywood Insider. So take care. You'll have more such episodes on Bollywood, the dark, dirty secrets of Bollywood. Thank you very much. Take care. Stay safe. Thank you.